So imagine for a moment you've died, and an angel takes you to a small room, and there are two doors. And the angel says, "Well, usually we just send you back randomly, but this time we're going to send you back, and we're going to give you a choice. We're a bit bored up here, and we thought it would be fun to give you a choice. So we're going to send you back to America as a baby, but you get to choose your parents. So here are your two choices. Ready? Door number one. You can have your biological parents cohabitating, monogamous for life. This is the traditional nuclear family. So you can either have that, or door number two is a divorced or single mom or single dad or step parents or no parents. I guess adopted. Now, immediately, of course, if you're smart, you go for the first one. Why? Because these people are richer and more educated. So the angels say, whoa, wait a minute, we want to explain to you something, and they pull this back. It turns out that if you choose this, we've adjusted the doors that everything else will be random. So it feels like these people are going to be poor, but all else is random, okay? So whichever one you choose, wealth, education will be completely random, so you're not going to get more education by picking one. Does that make sense to you? And then the angels go, wait a minute, we're going to add a wrinkle to this just to make this more interesting. Let's not make this random. Let's say if you choose the divorced single parent, we'll make sure you're in the top 50% income. Now, if you pick this one, you might be in the top 50%, but you could easily be in the bottom. And it's completely random, so you're not more likely to be in the top than the bottom with this one. But this one, we promise you won't be poor. So which do you pick? Look at these two. Let's see if I can get them on the screen. Which of these two do you choose? Now, I'll have to say this is a difficult choice because we bring so much baggage to this choice. And you might be saying, but Mr. Horn, I had a single mom and she was amazing and she did a great job of parenting me. Or Mr. Horn, my parents got divorced, but I still things went well. Or Mr. Horn, my parents were married for my whole life, and my mother or my father were awful, and my other one should have divorced them, and my life would have been so much better. So we come to this question with lots of baggage, but remember, this is we're not talking about specifics. You don't know what you're going to get. You could get good parents like this, or good parents like this. Okay, we're holding everything else constant. But still, I was thinking, I myself am bringing a lot of baggage to this question. I had wonderful parents. My parents were married for over 50 years, and they were great parents on the one hand, and I got divorced, and so my two children lived in the divorce, going back and forth, and I feel guilty about that. So maybe I would pick this one, and which I would, by the way. I choose this one. But you could argue, hey, Mr. Horn, you're choosing this one just because of your what happened in your life. It may be that's true. I don't know, but I feel that it's much better. All things being equal, of course, it's much better to have the traditional nuclear family. But I think that it's even worth having a chance at low income. And by the way, being poor is a terrible thing. By the way, being rich doesn't make you super happy. Having taught many rich girls over the years, I can promise you being rich doesn't make you happy. On the other hand, being poor is probably a good way to be sad. So I'm not. There's some kind of a happy medium that you want, and happiness is affected by money. That's another story, though. Let's stick with this story. So, which do you pick? I'm telling you, I believe that marriage is important. I would choose the married parents even on the possibility that I would be poor. I don't know. I don't have the statistics to back me up on this, by the way. It would be interesting for someone to run those statistics. And I wanted to start the whole series on sex with your understanding that I think is really important for kids, not for individuals, but for kids to have a good family. And how we get that, I don't know. And please don't think that I'm one of those people who say we're going to turn the clock backwards and go back to the Leave It to Beaver time. That train has left the station. We are in where we are. Society is not going to change much. You can make some decisions to please don't have children out of wedlock. That would be a really good decision for you personally to make. But society as a whole, I don't think we're going to do much changing. I'm just interested in how we got here. So that's what our next thought. I'm going to do a lecture on the sexual revolution. We'll see how that goes.